So I asked what you all struggle with, and the first person to respond was Hector. And he said time and consistency, which go hand in hand. If you don't have the time, then how can you be consistent? But the question is it that you really don't have the time? I made a video speaking about this already, kinda, that the time and the consistency is simply down to choice in most cases. You actually do have the time, you just have to make it. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. Some people have more responsibility, some people have less. But I've seen people with far more responsibility than others still fitting in time for workouts, eating healthy, meal prepping, etc. It really just comes down to a choice. Think about it like this, right? When you went to school, we had a timetable. And that timetable showed all the things that we have to do in a given day so that no time was wasted at any point. If you do the same thing for your life, then you could find that you have a lot more time on your hands if you block out everything. I try to do that mentally. You could actually write it down. It would make it easier for some people. But I have an idea of what I do in every day at a certain time because my days are structured a certain way. And for the people who say that, their job is a lot and stuff, I work shift, so my schedule is irregular as hell. That's as irregular as it gets. There's no set pattern. I just have to go roll with the punches. But I do have a brief idea of what I have for every single day, and depending on how my body feels, how I'd like to train. There's two immediate things that I think you could tackle. There's what your training looks like, and then there is your diet, right? For what your training looks like, if you have less time, that means you could increase the intensity so that you actually don't need as much time working out. So let's say, for example, if somebody was to give you a workout to do and they say do 4 sets or 12 or whatever the case is, if you're not pushing to failure, then you're going to be ready for a workout in 1 day, 2 days. But if you actually destroy your muscle, you're going to take a lot longer to recover. That's going to require less time at the gym. Meal prepping saves a lot of time. I don't do it personally because I prefer to eat my food fresh every day. So I cook all my meals every single day. And it works for me, but it doesn't work for some people who have less time. But you could absolutely make all your food for the week in 1-2 hours, package out everything, and then you just have to grab it and go whenever you have to go to work or training, around training, etc. You get the idea. I've said this before, you always have a choice. And I believe that you make a choice every day, it slowly becomes a habit, and then your habits build your lifestyle. And if the kind of lifestyle you want to live is a healthy one, then you're going to have to build healthy habits. You're going to have to make healthy choices. And sometimes that means sacrificing the things that you want to do for the things that you need to or have to do. And if health is one of those things that you have to look at, if you have to take care of yourself, then I'd suggest that you sacrifice the little downtime watching Netflix or whatever show that you might be watching, or whatever leisurely activity that you think that you could sacrifice to get the time into meal prep or to work out. I suggest you do it because in the long run it's actually going to be more beneficial to your life. If time and consistency is your problem, you could have small workouts every single day so that you can become consistent by doing 15-20 minutes of work every day. Or you could have 1 to 2 big workouts a week so that you don't spend as much time at the gym or at home working out if you do that. So my training, for example, because I do so many different things, squash, running, calisthenics, I typically tend to push myself harder on 1 to 2 days for, let's say, calisthenics, so that I have breathing room for all the other stuff that I want to do. That way I could still increase my strength and promote muscle growth based on the intensity of my workouts. Time is never the excuse. You could find a way to work out anyway. I could literally drop on the floor right now and do 100 push-ups or, I don't know, 100 squats if that's what you want to build. The point is you always have an opportunity to exercise. For those of you working a desk job, it's really important to keep your body moving. Sitting down at a chair for so long will destroy your body. I literally lived that experience. So get up, stretch, walk around a little bit if you can. You could fit in a little 5-minute mobility flow if you want to. I do that in work sometimes. A lot of people actually overestimate how much work you actually need to see results in the gym. It doesn't take much of a stimulus, it just takes the right stimulus. You have to do the right things at the right frequency, at the right intensity. I hope this video helps somebody. I know a lot of people commented about time and consistency. That goes hand in hand. I'll be sure to briefly answer everybody's comments in future videos.